Hey friends, this is a TEAC, let's see here, I think it's like a TN-400S. I know that they make a TN-400 BT for Bluetooth. This one doesn't have Bluetooth. This is what TEAC calls their entry level, and I think it books out at like, gosh, I don't know, I want to say like $300-400 brand new, maybe even more than that. But it's worth it. It is a really well put together turntable. It has really good sound. I do not know what the cartridge is. It's the one that came with it. How about that? So anyways, sound is absolutely phenomenal. Go over this thing real quick. At the end of the video, I'll give you my likes, dislikes about it. This has spent about a week in my main listening area. It's probably, I'd say it's probably played through maybe 10 records now, front and back. So I got it as a grouping of 5 turntables, another TEAC Techniques, which is in my last video, and then a Sony and a Denon. And the Denon was like really high-end Denon. I'm still working on it. Anyway, so this is beautiful. This thing looks so good. I think this is the walnut finish, although I've done a lot of woodworking in my time. This doesn't necessarily look like walnut to me, but it could be. It just depends on, you know, is it, you know, what walnut species is it from around the world type of thing. It is just absolutely beautiful. It's even got some figuring in the wood. I don't know if you know what that is, but it makes kind of a holographic type of look when it's in light, sunlight particularly. Really beautiful turntable. It's just very simple operation. You have your tone arm up down, right? So there's your tone arm up down. You have your anti-skate, which I have it set pretty high right now, but say it's right there. You just lower the tone arm down. You have 3 speeds, you know, your 33, 45, and 78. You have your start stop. That's pretty much it. It does have, although, a built-in amp, which that's what I'm running it from right now. And I used the analog out on this and the amp, and I turned out to like the amp out on most of my amplifiers. I'd run them into aux. So I ran this on my Luxman, I ran it on my Denon, and I run it on my Fisher, and I have another bigger Fisher that I've run it on as well. 2 Luxmans actually, so 5 amps total. Only one of the amps did I actually like the analog out better than what they call the equalizer setting on here. The equalizer setting is really good on this one. It's not like some of the other brands who put the amp in and it's just crap. It's, you know, it's low market amp. This is a good amp that's in this thing. Preamp, that is. So I love that about this player. So yeah, going into the loves, I think it's pretty obvious what I like. I love the looks. I love that amplifier. The fact that it runs a Vampire, which is, when I say Vampire, it's like the power cord. So let me unplug it here and show you real quick. This is its power source here, which I understand why they did this. It's, you know, you're getting the transformer or the step down, you're getting it away from the unit, which is good. It does good for the sound, but I just don't like it when I have a Vampire plugged into my outlets. There it goes, starts right up as it should. Anyway, so that's one of my dislikes. Again, love the look. I just can't get over how good it looks. This thing is just to die for good looking. TEAC actually says this is one of their entry level, but honestly, the way it looks is far better than an entry level player. You know, I'm used to some of the other brands that you know, put out a lot of entry levels, and this is like a step up for entry level. This is like premium entry level, I guess. It's the way I would describe it. The look is just beautiful. Anyway, so the look and feel, the touch of it is just top notch. I mean, this is like, I guess, entry level luxury car type thing, I guess, the way I would describe it. And the operation is just like dead simple. So the other thing about the operation of this is that it is completely manual. So you know, once you're into the center of the record, you know, you set it down and it's just going to sit there. It's not going to auto return, which if you're a listener and you're sitting here listening to the record, that's not a problem. For me, that's a problem. So I am busy body. I don't sit down and like read the paper or anything while I'm listening to my records. I'm usually up and moving and fixing other turntables, and usually when it gets to the end of the record is probably, you know, it's not probably, it is the most inconvenient time for the record to be over, because I do not want to get up and go change the record. So as a result, I found myself always being feeling like a little inconvenienced by this player. Now that is just my style of listening. If it's your style of listening that you don't mind attending to it, beautiful, perfect. This is a perfect player for you. If you just listen to records occasionally, it's a perfect player for you. The cover on this one is in what I would call used condition. It's definitely you know, not premium. It's not perfect. It's used. I've seen some of my vintage units come in with a little bit better looking, but not much better looking covers. It's not starting to yellow or anything yet. It's just, you know, it's definitely had some magazines put down on top of it, and, you know, things like that would have just scuffed it up. Operation is great. Open stays open, closed stays closed. As far as like, would I recommend getting one of these? Absolutely. If this had auto reject, auto return, eject, whatever you want to call it, I would be keeping it as my main player. This thing is beautiful. The presentation of this thing is just killer. What it has done, it's inspired me to take my Sony over here and take the base off of it and make a base out of some similar wood. So I went out and bought some mahogany, and I think I'm going to make a mahogany base for my Sony over here. Just love the way this looks. It's just killer nice. So anyways, my review, big thumbs up, huge thumbs up. You'll be able to find this one in particular on eBay. I think there's like one other out there on eBay. They're going for relatively good price. I think the other person wants like $300 for theirs. I'm just gonna list this one for like $250 or so, which that's a pretty stellar deal for a modern player that sounds this good. I have lots of turntables, you know, through my shop here, and not very many modern ones, and $250 will get you a long ways in the vintage market, but you're gonna have to deal with vintage, and vintage needs work occasionally. There are some vintages that don't. This thing is so dead simple, I don't think it'll ever need work, honestly. It didn't need any when I got it. I put a belt on it and started going, and that was it. Speaking of belt, let's actually look at that. Let's see what the service looks like on that. In one of my prior videos, I had made mention about how I liked the notch in one of these tone arm lifts, and this one has that notch where it just sits down. So if you put this up, this down, and it's setting in the cradle there, yeah, it's not going anywhere. It'll be good to go. It'll be, well, good to stay, whatever you want to call it. All right, so here is our motor up here, and there's our nice belt. It is good belt. That's it, man. That's just not really much to this unit. So hope you like the video. Like and subscribe. give it a thumbs up, and go check this thing out on eBay if you're at all interested in it. It is just a fine player, and the resale on these things is pretty good. So if you buy it, don't use it, and turn around and need to resell it, should be a pretty easy sell. Thanks for watching.